Happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence. The happy life is thought to be one of excellence. Now, an excellent life requires exertion and does not consist in amusement. He who has overcome his fears will truly be free. Happiness belongs to the self-sufficient. Without friends, no one would choose to live, though he had all other goods. Happiness is a state of activity. The greatest virtues are those which are most useful to other persons. Happiness depends upon ourselves. He who cannot be a good follower cannot be a good leader. The energy of the mind is the essence of life. Man is by nature a political animal. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. At his best, man is the noblest of all animals. Separated from law and justice, he is the worst. Man is a goal-seeking animal. His life only has meaning if he is reaching out and striving for his goals. He who is to be a good ruler must have first been ruled. The educated differ from the uneducated as much as the living from the dead. The ultimate value of life depends upon awareness and the power of contemplation rather than upon mere survival. The aim of the wise is not to secure pleasure, but to avoid pain. The law is reason, free from passion. The high-minded man must care more for the truth than for what people think. Wishing to be friends is quick work, but friendship is a slow, ripening fruit. A friend to all is a friend to none. In poverty and other misfortunes of life, true friends are a sure refuge. My best friend is the man who, in wishing me well, wishes it for my sake. Friendship is essentially a partnership. Love is composed of a single soul inhabiting two bodies. Friendship is a single soul dwelling in two bodies. The antidote for 50 enemies is one friend. A friend is a second self. The worst form of inequality is to try to make unequal things equal. Man is by nature a political animal. The end of labor is to gain leisure. Republics decline into democracies, and democracies degenerate into despotisms. At his best, man is the noblest of all animals. Separated from law and justice, he is the worst. Law is order, and good law is good order. Those who educate children well are more to be honored than they who produce them, for these only gave them life, those the art of living well. The aim of the wise is not to secure pleasure, but to avoid pain. The basis of a democratic state is liberty. Poverty is the parent of revolution and crime. The aim of art is to represent not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. Poetry is finer and more philosophical than history, for poetry expresses the universal, and history only the particular. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. The ideal man bears the accidents of life with dignity and grace, making the best of circumstances. Art not only imitates nature, but also completes its deficiencies. All men by nature desire knowledge. Education is the best provision for old age. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. Those who know do. Those that understand, teach. The more you know, the more you realize you don't know. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. I count him braver who overcomes his desires than him who conquers his enemies, for the hardest victory is over self. To perceive is to suffer. Education is an ornament in prosperity and a refuge in adversity. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Quality is not an act, it is a habit. In the arena of human life, the honors and rewards fall to those who show their good qualities in action. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. Courage is the first of human qualities because it is the quality which guarantees the others. To avoid criticism, say nothing, do nothing, be nothing. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. The high-minded man must care more for the truth than for what people think. Hope is a waking dream. The state comes into existence for the sake of life, and continues to exist for the sake of the good life. The end of the state is the good life, and these are the means towards that end. It is more proper that law should govern than any one of the citizens. The best form of government is that which is most likely to prevent the greatest sum of evil. There is a good deal to be said for the view that monarchy is the best constitution for the state, but tyranny the worst. Democracy arose from men's thinking that if they are equal in any respect, they are equal absolutely. The real difference between democracy and oligarchy is poverty and wealth. Wherever men rule by reason of their wealth, whether they be few or many, that is an oligarchy, and where the poor rule, that is democracy. The best political community is formed by citizens of the middle class, and those states are likely to be well administered in which the middle class is large. For the real difference between democracy and oligarchy is poverty and wealth, and the defining principle of the oligarchical constitution is to think that the rich and the notables ought to rule and to keep the rest out of the government, whereas of the democratic principle, it is the opposite.